What's up, F1 fam? I hope everyone had a great Christmas and New Year. Today, I'll be talking about Daniel Ricciardo and a statement that I read, okay, on the internet that he made. I'll read the article first, then later let's discuss about it. The article says, Ricciardo lost a bit of faith after nearly laughable start to 2021. He called the season nearly laughable. Okay, that is a very, very strong thing to say about one season in Formula One. But let's break down. Is Daniel Ricciardo lying or is he telling the truth? In my opinion, it hurts to say this because I enjoy Daniel Ricciardo, okay? First comes Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel, and Daniel Ricciardo in the third place. And for him to say this thing, it must hurt him more than it hurts me. Because he must have really sat down and thought about his season in 2021 and came up with this. Nearly laughable. That's a very big statement to say about your season in 2021. But let's recap a year ago. When Daniel was in Reynolds, he did well. Phenomenal. He was a leading driver. And he delivered. Okay? But then he decided to move to McLaren. In McLaren, we know someone as Lando Norris. And we know how phenomenal Lando Norris is. If you give him the right car, I think he's up there. He's up there. He can compete for a world title. I believe that. Put it out there. Hate on me, hate on me. Agree with me, agree with me. I believe that Lando Norris can be there. But let's come back to Daniel Ricciardo. He went to McLaren. Let's give it to him too that there were many issues with the car, you know, but he also finished well. He did well. He had some couple of wins. He had a win under his belt. Okay? He did well a little bit. But most of the part his car was just damaged. Okay. But let's analyze the statement, nearly laughable, and if we agree with it. Compared to Daniel Ricciardo's previous seasons in Red Bull, it's true. It's nearly laughable. The only driver that has been able to contain Max Verstappen's superior immunogenicity, like they put it, like Africans put it, like immunogenicity, was Daniel Ricciardo. As soon as he left Red Bull, the seat was cursed. That just shows how great Daniel Ricciardo is. Let's even forget about Max Verstappen. Let's go to Sebastian Vettel, my second favorite driver. When Daniel Ricciardo came into Red Bull, he wiped the floor with Sebastian. Okay, that just shows how great of a driver Daniel Ricciardo is. Okay, that is the old Daniel Ricciardo. The new Daniel Ricciardo hasn't performed to his level, and he himself, he admits it. It takes a man to look at himself and say, you know, babe, I didn't do well. I applaud him for that. At least we know he's not being delusional. We know he's not just talking out of, you know, some like others driver, they blame the car only. He says his season was laughable, which is true. We all agree. I love him. I enjoy listening to his press conference. I love his jokes. I love his personality. He's a fun guy, apparently. And everyone in the grid seemed to like him. But let's just give Daniel Ricciardo the benefit of the doubt that it was his first time in McLaren. Carlos Sanchez too was his first time in Ferrari. Guess what he did? He beat Charles Leclerc back and forward. Whip him. To be honest, Daniel Ricciardo is more experienced and he has been in this sport longer than Lando Norris. And a fun fact is, Carlos Sanchez whipped the shit out of Lando Norris when he was in McLaren. Back to back. Yes, he did. Don't believe me? Go check it. So what did that tell you? That tells you one single thing. That Daniel Ricciardo is not the same level as Lando Norris, because Lando Norris has whipped him. And we can say, yes, it's his first time in this car, but that is a lie. That's just a lie. If you have driven something before and you have been in a particular sport for years, regardless of what car you jump in, you can still kind of, you know, bring your skills in that car and make that car move in a way that no one has ever made it move. So no, I do not take this excuse when people throw it around. I do not buy it. He has been in the sport longer than Lando Norris. He should be able to know how to navigate that car, how to engineer that car, so, you know, do the thing that he does. The word nearly laughable is true. We all know that. It's a fact. Laughable. Not nearly laughable, is it? But I understand him. I hope he comes back next year stronger. My prediction for 2022 is that Lando Norris is going to still beat Daniel Ricciardo. And as a Daniel Ricciardo fan, it hurts me to say it, but it is true. It is true. I cannot deny that Lando Norris is going to. You know why? Because Lando Norris has youth in his side. Lando Norris is hungry. Lando Norris wants to prove himself in the Formula One's world. He wants to make a name for himself. Okay? I feel like Daniel Ricciardo, like him in his own words said, I lost a bit of faith. Oh God, man. When a man says that in a fight, and I've gone fighting in my life before, when an opponent tells me he has given up, I see it in his eyes. And I can say this, I give props to Daniel Ricciardo for admitting it out there. I wouldn't, but he is a more better man than me to say that he lost a little bit of faith. I guess he's emotionally in touch with his feelings and I'm not. I guess he's better than me there. But to say that, that means you have thought about it, and yeah. And that's why I think so. And plus, Daniel Ricciardo is getting older. His chances of winning a world championship is gone. I think he himself has realized it. He himself has realized it. My 2022 prediction is Lando Norris is going to beat Daniel Ricciardo. He's going to. And yeah, I stick by that. Comment below what you think your 2022 prediction is. Do you think Daniel Ricciardo is going to beat Lando Norris in the McLaren team? Or do you think Lando Norris is still going to beat Daniel Ricciardo in 2022 in the McLaren car? Comment below. I'm really curious to know. With all due, it was an honor to talk to you people, but I gotta bounce. Peace.